my name is Sula Bacon. You're the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. So I saw this article yesterday on radiotimes.com. I didn't have time to make a video about it, but it did pique my interest. Radio Times is always a go-to source for internet hilarity, especially if you're a Doctor Who fan, as they desperately spin narrative upon narrative that says anything other than Doctor Who, the current era of Doctor Who, has failed completely. So this story was from Mark Gatiss. Mark Gatiss saying he's still interested in doing more with Doctor Who. I bet you are, mate. I bet you are. So the reason this piqued my interest is surely Mark Gatiss knows he can go to Big Finish and they'll basically produce anything he wants. I mean, wouldn't you buy a box set, Mark Gatiss's Doctor Who, and he can cast whoever he wants and it'll be his vision? He could totally do that. So maybe he's talking about taking over the show. That'll be fantastic. Listen, I am shackled by logic and reason, and just when somebody has failed as completely and as totally as Chris Chibnall or Jodie Whittaker has, there's normally some kind of response. There's normally some kind of a consequence for that. So yeah, the logic and reason said they would be looking for a new showrunner. So maybe this is signaling it. Maybe it's just a passing comment at a party. We're going to read it together. I'm going to read it again. The only thing I can guarantee is we're going to take the piss out of it. that's I haven't read it, so I don't know what it is going in. Before we get there, can you hit the like button? Freaking awesome. Again, I say this often, even if you really don't like me personally or this video, still hit the like button, because I don't mind you lying to YouTube. It really doesn't bother me in the slightest. Can you hit the share button? Who doesn't deserve to know the inner workings, the inner thoughts of the Rabbi? Like, who doesn't deserve that? I don't know who doesn't deserve that. So hit the like button, hit the share button, but hit the subscribe button. We're nearly at 2,900 subscribers now. Don't let anybody know, because when YouTube sees my subs go up, they go, oh, no, let's whip a few off you there. So everybody keep it on the DL, but hit the subscribe button if you are not yet subscribed. But mostly, if you want to elate a Rabbi, which, why wouldn't you want to elate a Rabbi? Go check out my Indiegogo. This is how I'm trying to monetize my channel, and I'm not sure if you noticed the global pandemic for the last year, so I need to make a buck or two. That'll be really helpful. 2 freaking awesome graphic novels. I'm not doing memberships or stuff like that. I want to offer you something tangible of value, and this is freaking awesome. So you've got these 2 awesome graphic novels. And they're like real like meaty ones. 220 pages one, and 100, and now one's 105 pages. Could be broke a stretch goal. But wait, there's more. If you get both books, we're working out that you can get a lot more stuff. So I got an exciting announcement, right? This poster was A3. It's now going to be A2. If you get both books, and when we hit $8,000, everybody gets this poster. But I said on a live stream the other night that if we get another backer, right, during that live stream, I will commission another poster. And I got another backer, so I commissioned another poster. So we got this one going on now. And then last night I said, if we get one more backer, I'll commission a new one, a Pertwee one, right? A gentleman in time and space. And no, we didn't get a backer, but later that evening I was on another live stream and I told the story. I got a backer right there and then. So that's happening, baby. The Pertwee poster's happening. What I would really like to do is, if we campaign gets up enough, everybody just gets all these posters. Also, you get the fame, the infamous For the Male Gaze cards, for wonderful art cards for your delight and delectation, based on my genre-related titillations. Don't even think it's innocent. Party like it's 1999. Of course, no hanky-panky in the TARDIS. And finally, the 5th chaser card is I'm sensing very strong emotion, Captain said. Yes, you are sensing very strong emotion indeed. So there you go check it out. If it's not for you, if you can share it, that'd be freaking awesome. Fine, so let's look at this story. Bit of Radio Times action going on here. What's this at the top? We may earn commission from links on this page. Our editor is always independent. Yeah, no, you fibbers. Your editorial's not in. I mean, listen, unless everybody in the media is independently stupid and stupid in exactly the same way, I don't believe you. Exclusive, and again, it's only exclusive if anybody else wants the information. Not that many people are that interested in the Doctor Who anymore. One of the wonderful legacy of Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker that has been so unbelievably successful, that 42 years of Doctor Who comics is coming to an end because they can't sell them anymore because less people like Doctor Who because it's garbage because the Doctor they make is hot garbage and the whole tired defense of, you're just a sex fist isn't really working out anymore when the entire British nation turns around and go, oh, that's garbage. I don't know. Listen, that last episode, Revolution of Daleks, was kind of watchable when Jodie Whittaker wasn't in it. When she's in it, oh, not good. Okay, exclusive. Mark Gatiss is open to returning Doctor Who. Well, of course he is. There are certain ideas that occur. That's what I read. I'm like, oh, Mark, please tell me you're in the running. Please tell me you're in the running to be the next showrunner. Gatiss has adapted one of his classic stories for a new Target novelization and says it's not a classic story. He didn't write a classic story. When you say classic, normally you refer to Doctor Who from 63 to, what is it? You want to say to 2005 or to 89? I think 2005, right? That's classic. Revived Doctor Who is modern Who. So no. It was a Crimson Horror, and quite frankly, the reason I haven't rushed out to read it yet because I didn't like the episode that much. It just felt kind of silly. I am kind of intrigued in reading it, see if it gets any better, but do I want to invest my time into that on the off chance that it is any better? I guess I'll just wait and read the reviews, but you can't trust any bloody reviews either. Doctor Who magazine is singing its praises, but Doctor is just so homogenized. It's just so boring. It says the door remains open for him to pen a new TV episode. Does it? Because Chris Chibnall seems like really not interested in bringing back anybody who has a proficiency writing Doctor Who, including himself. He won't have anybody who's better than him. Quite smart, actually. That much I can't argue with him about. But he's not very good. So that's why Doctor Who's been awful. From the current batch of authors, the two I would like to see under a decent showrunner would be Pete McTeague and Joy Wilkinson. Now, Joy Wilkinson does annoy me a lot with her relentless, infantile, insane politics, or whatever you want to call it. Not politics. But it seems to me that she has she had an interest in what Doctor Who was, and her episode Witchfinders was perhaps one of the strongest for Jodie. And it's what killed it really was Jodie bloody Whittaker running through it. You can see planets, we can wreck them. Oh God, she's so awful. She is just so unrelentlessly awful. Relentlessly awful. Not unrelentingly awful. There you go, that's what I was looking for. 4 years on from the broadcast of the final Doctor Who script so far, Mark Gatiss is returning to the Whoniverse by way of revisiting an old classic as part of a revival of the Target book range, which strangely enough doesn't have that much Jodie stuff in it. There's not much, but not much Jodie stuff going on in merchandising at all. The character options they haven't announced yet, but the rumored releases this year have nothing to do with the current era, right? Nothing at all. And of course they wouldn't. It's not on TV. No one's that interested. It's not very popular. As part of a revival Target book range, which originally published novelizations of Doctor Who between 73 and 94. I'm really gutted I never read these when I was a kid, right? Because I really should have done, but I was too bloody lazy. Gatiss has adapted his 2013 episode, The Crimson Horror, for the printed page. I would rather he did Sleep No More and expand that into like a two-parter. Because I think they had a germ of a good idea there. But then again, Capaldi makes everything better, right? Capaldi just makes everything. You can watch really bad stories with Capaldi and like Shoot the Moon or Kill the Moon or Forest Light. And whenever Capaldi's on screen, it's all okay because he's great. What a great performance. I'd love to see more Capaldi. Or hear him. Big finish. Okay, big finish. Get Capaldi. It's wonderful he told Radio Times. I mean, obviously, I did 4 of them, Doctor Who novels, years ago, but they weren't Target, were they? Yeah, he did New Adventures. They're pretty darn good. Again, big finish to an adaptation of... what's it called again? Good one with A's, an early one, but with Bernice. What was that called again? No, that wasn't Mark Gatiss one. That was a Paul Cornell one. But I'm sure they've adapted some of Mark Gattiss's New Adventures. But they weren't Target, were they? They were. Oh, New Adventures. Here, look, it says right here. I should have just gone the next line. It wouldn't tell me. They were New Adventures. Original was put out by Virgin Publishing in 91, 97. Awesome. Freaking awesome. If you can find them, they are fantastic. And then BBC Books, but this is a Target book, and it looks like one. It's amazing. Yeah, listen, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I mean, even though I'd love to see Peter Capaldi write a Target novelization. I bet that would be awesome, right? I bet, oh my gosh, that would be so good. He's a very talented man. I mean, even have those things like the changing face of Doctor Who, a blur printed in the first page of Target novels, identifying it as identifying which Doctor was featured in the book. And I think I smuggled a little was it asterisk in, see Doctor Who the Snowman or something like that. It makes me very happy indeed to have those in. Yeah, listen, everybody loves hitting those traditional things from your childhood. I remember when the show came back, I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice? But it felt a world away. Yeah, I remember when the show came back thinking, wouldn't it be nice? But it felt a world away. What are you talking about? When it came back, it was unstoppable, right? They really could have started that Target novel. That's when they should have started it, about a year or two into Tennant, when they started doing Target novels. But quite frankly, Rusty Davies would have been all over it, and he was already doing Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures, Doctor Who, and doing them all very, very, very well. So, that's probably why it didn't happen. It felt like but nowadays it feels eminently feasible that you could continue a long postponed collection after all these years. I'm gonna dig mine out, love, and start putting them together again. Wouldn't that be great? That would be lovely. Along with the likes of Russell Davies, Stephen Moffat, and Chris Chibnall. Which one did he do? Did he do one? Gatiss also contributed to the short story collection last year, Adventures in Lockdown. Moffat's one was pretty good. Moffat's Jodie story was pretty good, in which Jodie wasn't real. It was all a delusion in the head of like some kid. Which I'm like, yeah, okay, nice one there, Steve. Produce and raise money for children in need, and says he still has ideas for new TV stories. Yep, okay. Halfway in, we're finally at the meat. Okay. Yeah, I do. I mean, not millions of them, but there are certain things that occur, and you think there's sort of only one place you could do that, and it's not because it's a kind of grand sci-fi idea. It's something very particular when you go, that's a Doctor Who idea. Yes! Yeah, and it's been really sad. We haven't had any of those for the last couple of years. They've all been like ideas that feel like Doctor Who ideas for people who don't really understand or know Doctor Who. I'm just sort of intrigued where the show is going next. Please, going to be going with you because of lockdown. Because of lockdown. In terms of where we're going to get lots of base undersea stories. I can't believe you're watching this dross. I don't believe you, Mark. I don't believe you. In terms of where we're going to get base undersea stories. One person in peril. I think you don't want to see it. I think what you don't want to see is things too directly about it. A little bit on the nose. Well, that's something you couldn't accuse Chris Chibnall of. Everything is horribly on the nose. But if you could do a story and say, I know what that's about. It's about isolation and people's mental health. But on a moon colony, that sound like that would work. Yeah, but they do it so badly. There's the allegories they do in them. There's no allegories, right? You had Freddy Got Fingered. What was the name of that villain? The awful villain, played by a good actor. Was it One-Eyed? What's it called again? One-Eyed Willie. What did I call him? What's the thing when you lick your finger and put it in somebody's ear? Which don't do that, kids. Don't do that. It's not nice. What's that called again? I can't remember, but that's what I called called that villain. And there was no subtlety at all. It was like, oh, I'm scared. First, you had Yaz. They just shoehorned in all this mental health bollocks into her storyline, and it worked as well as you expect, which is not at all. They just did mental health so they could say, on a very special episode of Doctor Who. That's really what what was going on. But it was just so on the nose, and then God, worst part of Doctor Who, worse than the Timeless Children. Graham said, "I need your help. I need you to inspire me," and this Doctor couldn't. Why? Because it's made for and by people who do not understand heroism in any way, shape, or form. They don't understand they understand feeling good, and sometimes they don't come up with the right words, and they feel bad about that. They feel socially awkward, so they want to make a hero socially awkward, and not be heroic in any way, shape, or form. As for whether he will continue to the TV series again, Gatiss wrote 9 episodes between 2005 and 2017 and appeared an actor in 5 more, insisting that the door has been left open by the current showrunner, Chris Gilmore. Very early on, Chris emailed me and said, "Help me! Help me!" Chris emailed me and said, and all the new writers were announced, and everything I sort of assumed that was my time over. Yeah, we assumed it as well. But he sent me a lovely email saying, "You're very much part of the family. I'd love you to write a new episode, but I just haven't. Don't write this. Don't for this thing." I could have seen it happening in season 11. I could have less seen it happening in season 12. I can't see him writing for Jodie's Doctor, and if he does, that would be... I would be fascinated to see how they're going to screw up, because I really like Gaddis's work, right? I really, really enjoy it. But I love writing the story for the children in need book. Yeah, okay, I'm glad you enjoy it. I really enjoy going back and trying to find Jodie's voice. Which one did he write for Jodie? Was he the one that wrote about Jodie being fictional? I thought that was Moffat. Was it Gatiss? You know what? It's so forgettable. I don't really care. It was a real refreshing change. I didn't want to actually rewatch anything. I know how she sounds. Listen, I agree with you. I can understand why anybody wouldn't want to rewatch anything. This is awful. It's freaking unbelievably bad. I just thought, I know how she sounds. Yeah, generic with no thought put into it, being played by a moron. Or at least she's playing it as a moron. I think she's playing it as a moron because I think she is a moron. Listen, that's just one man's opinion. And I really enjoyed it very much. So maybe we could do that story because Susan, the Doctor's granddaughter, comes back. I really don't remember it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see him do anything for Jodie. We go, oh, there's it. The full ReTurn interview with Mark Gatiss will be available to read on March 4th. Well, that was a few days ago. I got to peruse that and see what I say. Because again, really, really like Gaddis's work. I understand they're all in the same clique. They're all friends. Chibnall, Moffat, they're all friends. But yeah, in the same breath, yeah, sometimes friends poo all over themselves, and they have pooped all over themselves quite egregiously, I would say. You know what's not egregious? You know what's not egregious in any way? My Indiegogo. Listen, Doctor Who Comics is over. If you want something close to Doctor Who Comics, this is where you go for. This is what they want. And don't forget. Oh, there we go. Bit of Diana Troy there. We'll go back to that at the end. 82 posters. 82 posters are being added in. I think I would like to raise enough that everybody gets them when they get both books. And let's leave on a little lasting look at the male gaze. Bit of Diana Troy action. Space 1999. Don't even think it's Citizen. Keeping the British end up. And of course, no hanky-panky in the TARDIS. No hanky-panky in the TARDIS. Yes, we all did chortle at that very idea. Because for me, in my furtive little brain, in 82, there was lots of hanky-panky in the TARDIS. Lots and lots of hanky-panky in the TARDIS. And, you can write your own fan fiction too in your head. My name is Sheila Beck, and you Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.